Benjamin Netanyahu pulled up to Congress and spoke, stood on business, as the kids say. Standing on business.
That's what the kids say.
All right. First of all, this is a tumultuous time. But this man, I thought he was going to come and try to be diplomatic. I thought he was going to come and try to be, hey, guys, we need your support. We need you to send us these weapons, these 1,000-pound bombs that we keep dropping in questionable areas. Because, But he didn't do that at all. He wasn't delicate. He took the gloves off. So let's start with this first clip because this was incredible.
Some of these protesters hold up signs proclaiming "Peace for Gaza." They might as well hold up signs saying "Chickens for KFC." Some of these protesters.
Someone wrote that for him and they knew that was going to be the...
Yeah, I was saying he went to ChatGPT and was like, good American analogy for Gaza. And it's like, Americans frequently eat fried chicken at the place called KFC. He's like, oh, good one. Joke for American Congress.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've had the for Gaza trope for a while.
Yeah.
Right? Like how utterly ridiculous it is.
But to see a politician just
to see a politician say it
and then make a joke
to
with
their
it
number
too?
one ally.
Yeah, wow.
To the number one ally, that's like you already have a good amount of division within how much support is too much support and what strings should come attached with what weapons we give them.
Yeah,
he's still on business though. Go ahead.
He did. Here's another clip.
The anti-Israel protests that are going on right now outside this building, not that many, but they're there, and throughout the city.
Flexed.
Well, I have a message for these protesters. When the tyrants of Tehran, who hang from cranes and murder women for not covering their hair, are praising, promoting, and funding you, you have officially become Iran's useful idiots.
Well,
let's see. This is straight applause for like 30 seconds. Wow.
He should have. You know what he should have said? You guys want to talk about for Gaza? How about from cranes?
Dag. And then PowerPoint.
That would have been
pictures.
Crazy. That would have been crazy. Yeah.
It's like you want to pull up little videos of Palestinians struggling with their buildings blown down. I'll show you what they're doing to the. Now you pick a side.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not funny.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think there's a legitimate conversation to be had about is there a flippantness in which he is operating within highly civilian dense populations? And do we want American dollars going to that? That's a reasonable conversation to have.
Yes, as someone that doesn't like taxes already.
Yeah, yeah. As someone that's like, yo, can we not keep supporting the military-industrial complex?
Yeah.
Right. That's a reasonable conversation to have. Is there an enabling that's happening with folks who are entitled to defend their borders and entitled to defend their country and entitled to prevent future attacks? But is there evidence that perhaps there's incompetence at the least that's happening? I think that's a fair conversation to have. And I'm not mad at people who have it. My issue is the far left bizarre horseshoe where they're aligned ideologically with radical Muslims. You know what I mean? Talk about river to the sea, Palestine will be free, which is a call for genocide. That to me is that's a non-starter. That's a goofy conversation altogether. Like, no, that's not sensible. And so I think we just reacted to the Johnny Harris documentary about the atomic bomb. And do you remember how many people they took out in Japan?
Oh, yeah.
Talking about hundreds of thousands of people with one bomb.
That was bad.
That was bad. So my opinion is that they could do way more damage if they wanted to. And it could be way worse if they wanted it to. Can they be more careful? I think so. But I would just say whenever you're painting someone as an absolute supervillain, check your ideological frame. I don't care if it's Biden. I don't care if it's Trump. I don't care if it's Benjamin Netanyahu. Check your ideological frame. If anyone's a complete supervillain to you, you probably have drifted into some form of like distortion of reality. Like you're I don't know if you have the gauge to really understand what's happening, because a lot of these folks are they're not super villains. They're doing what's in their best interest, right? Free Gaza, Zionists are bastards. And again, this word Zionist being weaponized, which is really interesting. And by the way, this isn't stuff I think about too often. I just am one to think that the Israeli people have the right to self-determine and be in the land that they've historically operated in. That's crazy though, right? That's crazy. So there's a difference between saying, hey man, I think we shouldn't use
Hamas is coming. Dude.
I think we shouldn't use bombs that America funds that are going in a questionable area. But that is not that. That is not that argument. That is not a sensible mouthwash, no interventionist argument.
Here.
Yeah, this is a different argument. This is Hamas is coming. This is different. So I think we need to stop conflating the two, because they're not the same argument, right? They're not the same argument. And also the idea of like just asking questions, like why are all the Muslims forced into the Muslim quarter?
Yeah,
right. Like that to me isn't helpful.
They just pulled that, and everyone pulls that, by the way, because some guy just pulled that on Twitter with the Sonia Macy thing. They're like, dude, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, and
it was like super viral and people were pissed. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think just asking question is not a you're asking facetious questions, and you already know that. Like you already know that, right? Whatever the issue is, and so I don't think these things are gonna get any better. I think they're gonna get worse.
Marco Rubio standing on business.
What's Marco Rubio talking about?
What I am saying is common sense. You're a visitor. You're not even an American. You're a foreign national. You're here because we gave you a visa to be here temporarily, and now you're out there defending and supporting Hamas, a terrorist organization. You need to go. That's what this resolution asks the administration.
Apparently, the Hamas is even more trending than the Netanyahu stuff now because of all the vandalism that we're seeing.
This is where these goobers hurt their own cause. There is a reasonable conversation to be had about the historical treatment of Palestinians in the land of Israel. There's a very reasonable conversation to have. There's a reasonable conversation to have. But this and Hamas and all, like,
a congresswoman.
This is a congresswoman. You are she's part of the squad. You lose people when you go into pro-Hamas, you're a war criminal rhetoric. You lose people. People check out because you are you're being unreasonable. I think these folks don't understand that. I don't think they get it, and I don't even think they're trying to accomplish anything. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think the folks who are, because the people that are really trying to accomplish anything, people that I don't agree with in terms of theology, like Rudy Rockman, right? We strongly disagree. He's Jewish. I'm Christian. We've had some very strong conversations on theology, but like Rudy Rockman's actually on the front lines trying to work towards Palestinian and Israeli reconciliation efforts. Like actually doing that. This doesn't win anybody over. This is a bizarre, like, political violence. This is the same people that are like, wow, Christian nationalism is about to take over and we're gonna lose our democracy. Right. It's like, and they're straight up propagating Hamas.
And you're flying Palestinian flags while burning in the American flag.
Yeah.
In Washington, D.C. And it's like, sorry if I'm not a Christian nationalist, but sorry if I don't think that's the end of the world, that people actually value Jesus and America.
Yeah. Yeah. It's ultimately about just scales. But it is to Aaron's points. It does go back to the horseshoe theory, because how it conveniently works out is when you view the world in oppressor versus oppressed categories, and that's all there is. You don't view the world as, hey, we're all broken sinners, and sometimes broken sinners hurt other sinners. We view the world as people with power and people without power, and if people have power, then they're instantly the bad guy, no matter the variables in the situation. I think that's just a dangerous paradigm. That's a dangerous paradigm. And that, by the way, and I'm not trying to be like the conspiratorial, like that is the core of Marxism. Like the core of that ideology is an oppressor-oppressed category of the world. And so if that's how you view things, then of course you got to side with Palestine. Of course you got to side with the transformers. Of course you got to side with the people that are like, but I just want to be recognized for my, pronouns.
Yeah. Even DT is weighing in. On what's happening right now.
Go ahead.
The Biden protests that are going on are horrible. It's all caused by him. because he doesn't know how to speak. He can't put two sentences together. He's got to get out and make a statement because the colleges are being overrun in this country. The anti-Semitism, all of the problems going on, they're being overrun. I've never seen anything like it. He said he ran because of Charlottesville. Well, if the people that know Charlottesville, when you extend the statement, it's a big hoax what they say was said, and they understand that. And Charlottesville is peanuts compared to what you're looking at now. This whole country is up in arms, breaking into colleges, knocking the hell out of Columbia University. I mean, they took over. I know the building very well. They took over a building. That is a big deal.
Yeah. And by the way, if you guys wonder why he's so popular, this is one of the reasons, because he'll just tell you plainly what a lot of people are already thinking. Yeah. That's not an endorsement. That's not a political endorsement.
Not at all.
I think he's done a lot of things that have been unhelpful, but because they'll just straight up tell you, like, yo, they're allowing this country to be overran by radicals, right? And when you just call it like it is, it's going to resonate with people. It's going to resonate with people.
Oh my goodness.
What's that?
They took down this American flag, which I'm like, okay, that's expected. Where did they get the flag to burn, you know? But you just wait.
They put up a Palestinian flag?
Bro, in the cap at Washington, D.C. And then they're raising a Palestinian flag in Washington, D.C. And we're letting this slide?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, because this stuff is allowed to happen,
weak flag.
Who do you think is going to rise up? Who do you think is going to get charged up? You think a reasonable candidate? You think somebody that's a moderate on the conservative or moderate on the right is going to rise up? No. You're going to get the Trumpsters. You're going to get the MAGA people.
Weak flag. Can't even see it up there. So small. Disappears into the sky.
Can't fly a 3-inch flag.
Can't fly. A 3-inch flag does not fly, first of all. That's crazy, though. That feels like a war crime.
It's not nothing.
Okay, what are we doing? Like, I'm not a Christian nationalist. I'm none of that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, whoever's president doesn't really change what we got going on here in America. I'm kind of that hands off. This is like, okay, that's our capital. Yeah. Pull up to any other country in the world. Is that happening?
Yep. Yeah, and you're totally right.
Maybe France. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But France has gone right. France just elected a very conservative for France. And France is like, I mean, they don't work half the day in France. They siesta.
Oh man, that's great.
France is very different.
That's actually bad. That's not like outside of school. That's like that's Washington D.C. Yeah. That's like where everything happens for the Americans. That's crazy.
It's sad, man. It's sad. And so, yeah, it's only gonna get weirder, by the way, just so you guys know. Like, we got 4 months of this election cycle. It's only gonna get weirder. It's only gonna get weirder. But who do you think is gonna step up and fill this vacuum? A nice, polite guy, or someone that got just enough of that cult of personality, tough guy.
Exactly. Your whole point is that, like, y'all lighten the flame even more, but you're still the minority. Like, at the end of the day, America's going to elect someone that's going to fix America. So if you want to be pro-Palestine all you want, you're in the middle of the election season. Wait till 2025 to be like, all right, now we'll turn up. But, like, if you want any chance of Kamala 2024,
it's a wrap.
This is not it. This is not it.
It's a wrap. And she doesn't agree with this.
Yeah,
she's been oddly pro-Israel.
But everyone is gonna associate this with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is your left. This is your people. Meanwhile, Trump out here got shot and has that picture with the American flag flying over him. Yeah. And it's like it's all images. It's marketing. And it's like, this isn't helping the left side anyways, and this is actually insane.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Comment down below and let me know what you think. And be sure to check out this video that YouTube is recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right? I'll see you over there. Peace.